Hi guys, Miss Wick here. Today we're going to talk some more about some social skills. So, over the past few weeks, we've talked about what is stress. And stress is those uncomfortable feelings when we don't want to do something or we do want to do it and it makes us kind of nervous, overwhelmed, gives the tummy, makes us feel a little uncomfortable, gives us a headache, lots of different feelings in our body. But we can overcome stress with things like exercise, like we did with Simon Says, going outside, like nature walks, or in the new case that we've been working on is positive self-talk. So remember, positive self-talk are nice thoughts about ourselves or things we say to ourselves. So I have a little sheet that I will read some positive self-talk thoughts and affirmations that you can tell yourself. While I'm doing this, I want you to think about your journal. If you don't have your journal, pause the video and go get your journal because we're going to write something in our journal today. So pause the video, go grab it, and we'll come back and read some positive thoughts that we can think about ourselves. Okay? Go grab that journal. Okay. So now we're going to read some positive thoughts about ourselves that we can say. Some positive thoughts we can say is, there is no one better to be than myself. I am enough. Number 3, I get better every single day. Number 4, I am an amazing person. Number 5, all of my problems have solutions. Maybe you'll skip down. We're going to skip down to number 11. It says, today is going to be a great day. Number 13 says, I can control my own happiness. Let's try number 22. I can do better next time. My favorite number is 25. Fun fact. It says, everything will be okay. Today I will walk through my fears. I can do anything. I am in charge of my life. I can make a difference. So that's a few for today that we're reading about. Now get your self-talk journal out and we're going to open it up and we're going to work through it together again today. Last time we said something, I felt good when. I felt good when I woke up on time. Okay? That was one from last week. This week we're going to do 2 boxes up here at the top. It says, this one says, I am proud of myself because. I want you to think about, why are you proud of yourself? What have you done that's new and you tried something new? Or something that you were a little afraid of but you've overcome it and you've done it. And last week on our group chat we talked about some superpowers that we might have, and we also talked about things that were one line, one truth. And some of you guys had some really cool truths to tell about yourselves. Some cool things that you've done and some cool places you've been. So that can be something you're proud of. And then this one says, something that went well today. So those are really basic. That could be, I did the chores. I did my homework like mom or dad asked me to do, okay? So we're going to work through that together. And then we've got a fun activity to do. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. I'll show you the non-printer way to do this. So you should have listened to the story. Listen with your heart. And it's kind of about a girl who gets really nervous about going on stage and uses a bunch of what we call negative self-talk. And she says things like, I ruined the game for everyone. The play was ruined because of me. And then she learned that that's not true. And she used positive self-talk and positive self-thoughts to change her day and her mind around and believe that she was doing well and good things were coming. So, go ahead and pause the video and get the materials you need. It's listed online that you need the worksheets about compassion. So it's this one, and it's this one, and then there's this one with the words. The last one's instructions. I'm going to do the instructions, but if you choose not to do it with me, your parent has, this is a copy of the instructions. You don't need this if you're watching the video. If you're not watching the video, you might do it with your parent. So we'll put this one aside. You don't need that one. If you choose not to print them out, that's awesome. It's okay. Because guess what? We're going to do it on a blank piece of paper as well. I'll show you how to do that. So you can have it on the blank piece of paper, or you can have, a second here, the printed version. Okay? So we can do either way. So pause the video, get the supplies you need, and come back and see me shortly. Okay, so you should have your supplies now. And now I'm going to change my camera view so that you can see what I'm doing. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so remember, here's my positive self-talk journal. Let's get started. I hope that you have yours. At the top it says, I am proud of myself because. I want you to think about why you're proud of yourself. And tell somebody in the room, I'm proud of myself because. I'm going to write something down. I'm proud of myself because I am working hard in school. So I'm going to write that. I space am space working. If you need help or you want to draw a picture for this instead, that's okay. Space hard at school. So mine actually says, I am working hard at schoolwork. Okay. There's a lot more that we're going to have to go through, so we might not get through all of them, but we're going to start with these two for today and see where we get. Something that went well today was, I want you to think about what's going well. Are you doing chores at home? Are you following the videos? Are you watching the online things that Mr. Tim posts? What are you doing well? What is something you're doing well? So something I've been doing really well that I feel like I have accomplished is following the planner. So I've had a lot of things I've had to get done. So I'm going to write, I am following my planner. So in my planner it said, create a video. And then it said, go to this meeting. Yours might say something like, do this homework, right? Online. So that's what I'm doing well, is I'm following my planner and I'm following directions by getting things done. Okay, so now we finished our positive self-talk journal. Let's move on to our new compassion craft. So like I said, you read that book with the online video read aloud. You should have watched that video about the girl who was using a lot of negative self-talk. So now we're going to do this new project. So first, I'm going to cut this out. You can see the lines here. They're along the edges and down the middle. Each of these say something. It can be positive or negative. And our job today is to sort through these and put them in the fun little pockets to say positive or negative. We'll go through the instructions of if you printed it out, and then at the end, before we get started on sorting, I'll show you how to do the non-printed version. So go ahead and start cutting these out. If you need help cutting out, please ask an adult for some help, because we don't want to hurt ourselves with the scissors, which most of you are very capable of using the scissors, but I know that a lot of us get really tired of scissors and using them. They hurt our hands. So ask for some help with cutting. If you're choosing to do the online version, you have no cutting to do. So this should be the easy part. So we're going to cut these out. If I cut faster than you can always pause the video, finish your cutting, and then start the video again. So I would pause the video now because I have a whole nother row of these to cut. So I'm going to let you cut them out on your own and then come back and we will have them all cut out. All right, see you shortly. Okay, so now you should have these all cut out, and they kind of like little strips of French fries, but they're little pieces of paper. I'll go through them individually, and then maybe later on your own, you can go through your own and have somebody help you read them, or you can read them yourself. But we'll do them all together online today. So now you should have two pieces of paper with hearts on them. One has pictures of glue sticks around them, and the top says instructions. And the other one says, would you say it to a friend? Okay, so it reminds us. So now you're going to get your colored crayons or colored pencils out, and we're going to color our hearts. If you don't want to color them, that's okay. You can skip this step and we'll move on. But if you do want to color them, you can take the time to color them and enjoy the coloring process. Okay? So let's do that. So I have my worksheet here, and I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to use green because on the zones of regulation, green is the happy, feels excited, and in contrast, I'm going to use this red as to say, I'm a little angry, or that was mean, or not kind. So green is the kind color, and red is not so kind. So I'm going to color my heart some green. You can color your heart whatever color you prefer. So go ahead and pause your video now, and we'll get started when we're all finished. We will cut after we've colored. So color first, then cut. Okay, so now I've colored my little hearts. Now we're going to cut them out. These squares we will not cut out separately. They will stay attached to the heart. Otherwise, you will be sad that they are no longer attached because they're going to help glue onto this paper. So, please watch very carefully. I'm going to very carefully cut down the middle of my hearts so that I only have to cut one at a time. Very carefully. Okay. So now, I'm going to cut along the top edge here, the side here, and the bottom here. Starting with the side and top, cutting here. Still all attached. Now I'm going to cut on the inside here, but stop, cut. See, this is what he should look like so far. Kind of sad. Okay, now I'm going to cut along this edge. And right here, but careful not to cut your heart. And stop. So now I'm going to follow the edge of my heart. This one's the sad heart. It could be the happy heart too, though. It doesn't matter. Okay, and I'm going to cut. Okay, now I'm going to cut along this edge. She's upside down, and that's okay. I'm going to cut along this edge. Okay, so now here's my heart. I just need to cut this little piece out. here's how he should look. He should have all 3 sides still attached. If he doesn't, he might have a harder time making a pocket when we glue him on here. Okay. Let's cut out the other one. Remember, these will stay attached to the heart. Do not cut them off or you'll be a sad heart. I'm going to cut around my heart here. You cannot... Here, I'll start this way. I'll cut around my heart. He's kind of on the side. Cutting around my heart again. Careful not to cut your heart. But if you do, that's okay. Mistakes happen. I'm going to start here. See, I'm careful not to cut this square or this rectangle off. I'm going to turn my heart to the side. Cut that bottom strip off. Okay. So now you should have, this little edge if you want. Now both of your hearts should be cut out. If you don't have hearts, remember near the end of this part of the video, I'll show something how to do it so you're not printing everything out. But if you choose to print, this is how you do it. So now, we're going to, if you're not finished cutting, go ahead and pause the video and we'll pick up and then you can start the video again with how to do the next piece of the instruction. So now that all of your pieces are cut out, you're going to fold along the lines like so. So I'm going to fold it here. See, so this I folded back. And now it's behind my heart. Front, back. Okay. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to fold this side and fold it under. So now I have 2 flaps. Here's what he looks like. And he has 2 flaps on the side. And you have 1 more now on the bottom. I'm going to fold it under. Okay, so here he is. Now, he should have 3 folds. I'm going to do the same with this one. Fold it here, turn, fold it down. Very good. And last one. If you are not done folding, you can pause the video, finish folding so we can keep going. Okay. So now I'm going to change my view of my camera so that you can see what I'm doing. And that way you know what's going on and I'm not looking down at my paper. You're also looking down at my paper. So we'll pause the video here. So now I have my little guys. You can see all my scraps here. I'll throw those away. But here's the folds on the back. Okay. So now I'm going to turn them over. Frowny face guy goes with frowny face guy on the what? Or would you say that to a friend page? Okay. So here we go. We're going to put some glue along this edge here. And that says glue, so it just so happens to be where you should put the glue. If you don't have glue, you can use some tape, but I'll show you, but you'll have to put the tape so that the tape is the sticky side up. Okay. So, open my glue stick. Oop, that's sticky. And I'm going to put some glue right there. And these other flaps also happen to be places I should be gluing. So I'm going to put glue on them as well. So all 3 sides should have glue on them. And I'm going to push them kind of down. My fingers will kind of get sticky. I'm going to line him up with this one so that they are together. Pushing the sticky sides down. And the way that is so now I should have a pocket. And the pocket will put some of these fun strips in. But the only strips will go in the perfect pocket for them. So this says, we are all important members of the team. Would it go with him, the sad guy, or the happy guy? We are all important members of the team. Is it okay to say it to a friend or myself, or is it not okay to say it to a friend or myself? Okay, so it is okay to say that to your friend because you are important and everybody's important members, especially on teams. So if you haven't glued this side down, go ahead and pause the video and glue it down, and then we're going to go over all of these together. Okay, so now you should have both all done. You should have this guy and this guy glued on. I can kind of put my fingers in there, but my whole hand should not fit in there. It's paper, so it can break, right? So we don't want to break our newly glued people or little hearts on. And now I'm going to show you, if you don't have the printout, how you can join us. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to draw a line down the middle, like I've done here. Okay. On one side, you're going to write kind words to friends. On the other side, you're going to write not kind words to friends. Okay, so kind words, not kind words. Let me show you that. Okay, so if you don't have a printer, this is what the top of your paper should look like. If you did print it out and did the activity, that's awesome, and you won't need to do this part. So, now that you have both sides, if you didn't print these out, that's okay. You're going to do this activity with me, alongside with me. I'm going to read them, and I want you to decide, would it go in the kind word or smiley face side, or would it go in the not so kind word, the frowny face side? I'm going to use the would you say it to a friend picture, and I'm going to put them in those pockets. If you've got those, you can do that as well. And then this activity you can do as many times as you would like. Okay. So this first one says, you don't deserve to be happy. That is really hurtful. And I hope that none of my friends would ever say that to anybody. So I'm automatically going to put that in the not so kind category. That's not very kind. That made me feel very sad. Okay. This one says, you deserve to succeed. Your hard work will pay off. Is that kind or not kind? That's kind. Hard working is awesome. Let's do another one. That's my glue. We're all important members of the team. Is that kind or not so kind? That's kind. Very good. Moving on. Next one. I want you to have happiness. Should you say that to a friend? Yes or no? Yeah, you should. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, this one looks mean. I'm not so sure. It says, you're not worthy of success. That sounds like kind or unkind. Right, that was not very nice. So let's go on not so kind words. Let's read this one. It says, I can't believe you made another mistake. You're so bad at this. Is that kind or not kind? Right. Not kind. I didn't like those words. Oh, no one will ever like you. Is that kind or unkind? Should you say that to a friend? No, that's not nice. This one says, I like you just the way you are. Is that nice to say or not nice to say? I like you just the way you are. Is that kind or unkind? You're right, it's kind. Okay? This one says, sometimes it takes a while to figure out something new. I believe in you. Is that kind or unkind? I believe in you is a nice thing to say, so we'll put it in there. Okay, we have a few more. Everyone misses a shot once sometimes. It's not a big deal. Is that nice or not so nice? Yeah, that's nice. It's not a big deal, they said. Shake it off. You ruined the game for everyone. That's like that girl. That was really nice or not nice? You're right, not so nice. Okay. So that's what we have. You might have a few more left, and now you should decide what to do with the rest of them. Are they kind or not kind? And you need to make sure that when you're talking to your friends, are you saying nice things or are you saying not so nice things? And think about it, not just your friends, but your family too. So remember, positive self-talk, like in our journals, helps us feel good, and we can help other people feel good because of the kind things we can say. So that's all I have for today. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later. Bye.